All right, we're going live. And that reminds me, I need to bring up another browser so I can watch for you guys and the questions that you're gonna have, which is awesome. I love getting those questions, but hey there, greetings everybody. It's Ann Sieg from the E-commerce Business School. And we are in a special informational session here, which is to give you a campus tour of the E-commerce Business School. So we're going to let people roll in because we actually don't start until the top of the hour. So giving you a chance to do that. And then that gives me a chance to open up a separate browser and just kind of watch what's shaking down here with you guys. Actually, so let me know if you guys can hear me, see me, and maybe write in where you are sitting, attending, where you live, where you're watching this call from. All right, so I'm hosting this from Bella Vista, Arkansas, and we've kind of got overcast clouds. We had a storm earlier that rolled through. It's kind of warm, but I snuck in my walk early enough. It was about 76 degrees. Because we've been in the mid 90s for the last few days and it's just really, really hot by late afternoon or so. So again, welcome everybody. This is Ann Sieg with the E-commerce Business School. And let me know. In fact, I'm realizing I'm on the wrong page to see you guys commenting. All right. Yeah, I'm just getting situated. Have I shown up? Yes, I'm live. Good. Okay. Hey there, Rich Ziegler in the house. Thank you, loud and clear. Hi there, Betty says hello. Judith, waving back at ya. Jane, waving back at ya. Okay, and you may note, and I think Rich is already noting that this shows up on multiple group pages as well. All right, I'm Mrs. Timely. It's the top of the hour, so we're going to get going like right now, which is to, again, welcome everybody here. And this is going to be an informational overview of the E-commerce Business School and what we have to offer people. So what I'm going to do, takes a little bit of finesse on my part, is I'm going to share my screen and just hang tight with me as I do this and hope that I do everything correctly. And I think I have. Boom. You guys see that? All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to do a quick overview via this slide deck that I have. Then we're going to go into the back office of the E-commerce Business School. So there's kind of like two different steps here. So with that being said, I'm going to move ahead and then hopefully watch for comments simultaneously. Just move that over here. Okay, good. Now that way I can see your comments come strolling in. Good deal. Okay, so hey, greetings everybody. I'm the creator and founder of the E-commerce Business School. And this, again, it's a call to give you an overview of our E-commerce Business School campus, along with your career options. There's a lot of options in the e-com space. Well, a little backstory about what led me to develop the E-commerce Business School. There you see on the left, that's my family. 3 sons that I have. On the far left is my son, Robert. He's a sourcing agent in China. And yes, he's done trips for the E-commerce Business School as he lives in China, by the way, and helps our people source products from factories in China. Middle son is Isaiah, who is my business partner for 10 years. And on the right is David, who helps in our customer support care team. And on the right, I've got to give credit to my parents because both of them are educators. And it was out of that upbringing that I am like a dyed-in-the-wool, deep in the DNA educator. Always will be. It's just who I am. So my family has helped me to get me to where I'm at. I want to give them credit for that. My sons, they had an online business way back in junior high and high school, which was an eBay business selling Lord of the Rings, memorabilia, swords, and the like. So we were doing eBay a long, long time ago. So we've been doing e-commerce for a long time. And there you have it, the old inventory of their swords fill our basement walls. There you have it. My eldest son and I became business partners for 12 plus years. He has since moved on, but I owe him an enormous gratitude of all that he put into this company, 80/20 Marketing, which is the parent company. There you have it. All 3 of my sons have worked in my business. Robert there, that backdrop is, that's probably Ningbo, China, where he lives. It's a little town of 10 million plus. Tier 2 is what they call that. But he authored this book, From China to Amazon, an A to Z guide on how to bring a product from the assembly line to your online storefront. So he's done training for us, and it's also helped train on behalf of e-commerce business school at the ASD trade show. And that's David, who does filming at our events. This is a screenshot from one of our 2 trips to China. Extremely memorable. It's the most unbelievable experience in the world, going to China. All right, so together, my team and I, and especially with my eldest son, we dominated the attraction marketing space, generating over $20 million in online sales through these 3 books. So that was kind of really my big entrance and splash into the online space, was through those 3 books. And then we transitioned into the e-commerce space in 2013. And the rapid success of our students was so impressive that we've never looked back since. And best of all, our online marketing training is as relevant as ever, which is really exciting, because basically we teach people, my expertise is in building what we call sales funnels. Hi there, Judith. Hey there, Tessa, pardon me, from North Carolina. So Judith, hello from Chicago. Looking good, coming in from loud and clear. Thank you. Okay. This is when we unveiled our brand name. The e-commerce business school was April of 2016. So we'd been in the e-commerce space training for almost 3 years. Before then, it's like, okay, here's our new brand, the e-commerce business school. So that's my eldest son, and that's my husband, Brian. When we unveiled, that was our banner behind us and the cake. All right. So we're a 12-year-old established training and mentorship community. 80/20 marketing was incorporated September of 2006. So we're 12 years out. And our mission is to help 1,000 people make $10,000 a month through my help and team community. And that's $120,000 in income per year. Now, I know that's a really big benchmark, and I have to say that's not what everyone is looking for. For example, when we do our new member orientation every Wednesday evening, and I unmute the line for 3 people and they share their goals, it's, paying down bills, it's whatever their needs are. But income-wise, this is what we want to provide, is that opportunity for people to reach that high. Okay, and I failed to open up my Smug Mug, but that's no problem. That only takes me a second to do. And then we're gonna bring that out in front of you guys. And the reason that we do this, Smug Mug is where we archive all our events, our photos, and we have an entirely separate Smug account for events that preceded 2016. But the reason we do this, live events, is because it is the superior form of education. I mean, it's, when you think about it, you went to grade school and it was eyeball to eyeball. You weren't, learning strictly online, right? So once upon a time, we learned eyeball to eyeball, right? And so that's why we do that. And it really does create massive success and progress for our students when we do this. Another reason that I'm showing these photos is we understand, a lot of you are here because of my advertising, like Facebook ads, Google AdWords, etc. And it's really notable, especially on Facebook, people are very, very concerned, legitimately so. Are these people real? Where are they from? What are they about? Well, like I said, we've been here 12 years. We've been doing live events since 2012, and actually 2011. And I believe we're up to 50. I gotta get that number for you, but no, we're real. We're extremely real. And so there you see, these are photos just from our trifecta that we had. And so these are not fabricated photos. I think you guys know that, but that's what we have to deal with when marketing online, as people are very, skeptical. So I'm showing you, we're the real deal. Those are our photos, and we've got hundreds of them. And here is the group photo, which we always do for every workshop. All right. So I'm going to get back to where we were. And now this is really important. This is kind of a little more high level. And this is why I'm an educator. So we're going to talk about the progression for most of our students. So Coach Kurt created this metaphor, and I absolutely love it. And he calls it the simple double engine cash flow and asset growth strategy. All right. And so there's the side hustle methods that we provide our people where it gets cash in your business tank fast. And then on the left, we have where you start to build a bigger presence, if you will, online through your own e-commerce store. And then that becomes more scalable because it's not going to require you to run to the store and scan for products, etc. And furthermore, the most important part of it is you actually own it. And I'm really big about that. If you've read any one of my 3 books, you know I'm extremely big on the fact of people owning. So I just wanted to watch people posting questions here. Okay, so let's keep moving. Then we're going to get into the back office in just a second. So hybrid power, cash flow, gas in the tank. That's where we recommend the retail arbitrage cash flow method. So you're going to see that these 2 methods work in tandem, cash flow and asset building. So at the cash flow level, which is a great foundational start with very, very little risk other than your time, right? You're going to learn the basics of e-commerce. You're going to learn business building fundamentals. You're going to develop systems for your business. You're going to develop a list of sources, stores that you go to, and you're going to start to recognize valuable products. But it is, there it states, simple, profitable, part-time job. And the reason we say job, because it's a linear income, meaning you're only as good as your last scan. And there's nothing wrong with it. But what we're doing is providing finer definition to these business models. And I don't want people to be ignorant of the model for which they're using and what the other models have, the potential for them that they may want to tap into, okay? So gas in the tank, the strategy is you're primarily sourcing, there's a little bit of selling, and there's no or little promotion, and that's because Amazon does all that work for you. So that's what we call a leveraged business model. You sit atop that multi-billion-dollar company, Amazon, and you just get to leverage the power of that system, right? So we have 3 main courses that teach you this, and they are Shop Your Way to Well, the Book Flipping Profit System, and Online Shopping Profit System. So we have 2 mentorship levels that help build a side hustle income. Okay, so I want you to pay really close attention on this. There's a product training, so Shop Your Way to Wealth, Book Flipping Profit System. Those are product trainings that we've created. And yes, there is mentorship in there for the fact that we have this amazing Facebook mastermind page, right? Okay, but there are 2 mentorship levels that run parallel to these products. Mentorship levels, that means one-on-one coaching and group coaching at minimum, just to qualify that. So we have the side hustle income, where I'm going to go to the next slide then. So here they are. And if you want to take a screenshot of this one's really powerful. So we have 4 EBS mentorship levels. There's 4, right? The first 2 are fashioned around the cash flow model. If that's kind of like your main directive, I got to build cash flow, Ann. Great. Where can you get more mentorship for that is number 1 is the 30-day side hustle challenge. And you get 4 coaching sessions out of that, right? And a whole list of other stuff. And then e-commerce acceleration, you have the coaching and you have 2 group coaching calls every week, 2, 4, 6, 8 a month. And the reason we do this, this is extremely important. I fashioned a lot of this after my own makeup when I first came online. You bet, I signed up for training, but I knew I needed mentorship. I needed the one-on-one. Like, I'm not the same as everyone else, and neither are you guys. I needed the help specifically for me, that kind of guidance. So Coach Kurt, he was my first online mentor, and he's still my online mentor. All righty. So that's what helped me get to where I'm at very quickly, is because I tapped into mentorship. So that first company I was in 2004, when I first came online, is I became the top producer because I tapped into mentorship. Okay, enough said on that. Now, below the dashed lines is the asset building model. And I know this got asked last time, what is asset building, Ann? It's tangible assets that have intrinsic value based on their performance, okay? So a perfect example is something called an email list. I have an email list. People subscribe to me, and I can email them subsequent emails, offers, etc. My email list has generated well over $20 million online. An email list, that's a business asset. I could sell that and make a lot of money, but I ain't selling it, right? In e-commerce, you can build an email list. You can have private label products that are yours. Your website is yours. Your traffic sources are yours. All these things become yours, and such that based on performance, someone could say, I want to buy that from you. And in fact, that's a business model for a lot of people. They grow an e-commerce store for the purpose of selling it for a profit. Now, your shopping business, you know, you go to the store, you're not gonna be able to sell that. You know, hey, be like me. You have to be like me, and I'll sell this to you. And they're like, well, that means I have to do all the work. In other words, it's not leveraged in that way. Okay. So under asset building model is the e-commerce master's program. That's where we teach wholesale sourcing, private label. There's like 10 or 12 courses in there, right? And then number 4 is the e-commerce enterprise, and that's our done for and with you e-commerce store setup. I better watch the clock here, keep moving. Okay, so our EMP advanced trainings help you build a scalable asset power source. So you maybe have this hot selling product, private label, and you're doing $5,000 a month on it, right? And you decide, I'm gonna blow this up. I'm gonna do advertising on Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook, and it goes to $100,000 a month. That's what scale is. You've got a hot product, you throw more advertising at it, and boom, it can take you up to a whole nother level. That's what we mean by scalable. It's growth. And furthermore, the important part is you build out a team. If you do it really well, like Dr. Josie Shepard, they do all the work and you're not even needed in the day-to-day operations. Josie has 3 fully automated businesses. She's 75. She started at age 70 and has 3 fully automated businesses. So yes, it can be done. She's one of our master trainers. She'll be training in Minnesota this very weekend, by the way. All right, so this book is a great little primer called Built to Sell, where you go into it for that purpose, right? Or it's going to be legacy you pass on to your kids. All right, so here's Brian Cummings, our Executive Director of Training and Coaching. He's a 9-year Amazon veteran who excelled at the highly profitable book category for 5+ years, and he created our highly successful book flipping profit system, and he's built a scalable business that gives him a dream lifestyle. Okay, look closely. That's his website called Stir Crazy Gifts, and he has a whole number of gift items there. So he built his business on Amazon. Now he's got this scalable asset, and he has a very specific goal of what he wants to reach, to sell it and have it be for retirement income, right? And there's the benefits of owning a POD store. His is print on demand. You get to have a brand. You can sell on many different channels, promote through many different channels, customer acquisition through email campaigns, which I know he does, sellable asset, and most importantly, creative, rewarding, and fun. Okay, we have arrived. We're going to jump over to the page, but I want to first check in with you guys, see if there's any specific questions. Let me refresh and see if I have any questions that have rolled in. Let's just have a look here, guys. Bear with me. Bum, 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 bum. That's that. Got to go down a little bit. Okay, thank you, Jane. Thankful to be a part of this family. Curious how many people has hit your goal. You know, I don't know. In fact, I don't even know a Shop Your Way to Wealth. One gentleman we happened to speak with last August, turns out he did 300,000 in 2 years with Shop Your Way to Wealth, had no clue. And then he did 400,000 last year for Shop Your Way to Wealth. So it's only if they come back and let us know, but he makes 50% profit. So you can do the math. That's from Shop Your Way to Wealth, by the way. Hey there, Christy. All righty, good deal. And Betty from St. Lewis. Let's jump over to the back office. So this is your main home page right here. Note that we have a Voice of E-commerce call every Wednesday, which will be tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon. And to get registered, you just click that little button there. It takes you to here, send a messenger, right there. So we do a lot of interviews tomorrow, just a sneak heads up for those of you who are here. Last week, Coach Kurt and I trained on Strengths Finder, the book and the online test that Gallup worked with to create. And it was so popular. Kurt is really, really knowledgeable on this tool, and he's going to go deeper into that topic tomorrow at 12 noon. So that's a heads up for you, Christy, because I know last time, I think you missed it just like right at the tail end. So that's tomorrow. We have a calendar. Now I'm in a master account, so you're going to see everything there. Here's my claim that I make. We set up so many touch points. It's almost impossible for someone to say that they didn't get the help they needed while at the e-commerce business school. So at the EMP level, for example, and I know these are grayed out, but they have a support call almost every single day of the week. I think it's 4. And so we're there. Hey, we don't want you to have any sticking points. How can we help you get unstuck? And by the way, why do I have this? Because that's how I run my company. So I use my success and what I've done and all those behavioral patterns and things that work within my company. It kind of makes sense off my track record to turn around and help people with the very same tools and company behaviors. And so that check and adjust. See, what happens in business is you're going to hit snags. Okay, just so everyone's 100% clear. Like, what about this? Right? It happens. Okay, and then you go into problem solving mode. With check and adjust, you can show up and say, hey, I hit a snag, and thus happened. Can I get unstuck? Because in business, it's all about speed and velocity. How fast can you keep the ball moving down the lane? But if you're getting stuck all the time, that ball doesn't move very quickly and hit the strike. And the strike is getting to the money, right? So it's about speed. And so that velocity of turning information around so you can keep progressing. A little sidebar teaching there. What everyone has access to as a member is the Saturday morning community check-in call at 10 a.m. Central. And that is hosted by 2 of our certified trainers. Community check-in support call. So take advantage of that. Let's go back to the dashboard. Now you're going to see another tool that I use in my business a lot. It can't be overused, and that is tracking. When I came online, I was really grateful. I was in a training company that taught me to track my actions and my results. Actions and results. As business owners, we are by default, who we are, our definition is producers. And how that manifests itself in terms of production is money, right? That's how you know if you're a producer, is you are creating sales. You are in the business of creating sales. So the Shop Your Way to Wealth members, you're sourcing, you're shipping in Amazon, you're after sales, right? Everyone with me on that? And so I'm a very data-centric kind of gal. Like, I feel lost if I don't have data. Like, I'm trying to pull things out of nowhere, and you can make really bad decisions if you don't have numbers, okay? So, and that in part comes from my sports background too, because there it was about performance that manifested in a skill set, right? So we created this tool, and I've had this tool in operation for 6 years. And so it's back there for the benefit of our members. I'm going to be really frank about this. Tremendously underutilized. I wouldn't doubt if it's like 0.003% or something like that. And I just go, why would people not avail themselves to this? Now, granted, I realize when you're selling on Amazon, you have your sales screenshot. I get that. But this is more the corollary between your performance and your outcome. And it's really important you are able to gauge that. Like, I did a burst so I can make a big, bunch of sales on Cyber Monday. I went out and I scanned, and these corollaries that you have to be aware of as a business owner, cause and effect. Most people are clueless. They don't track. When I did this action, that happened. And so that's the purpose of this, to create those corollaries so that the net effect is you are in better control. That's what business is about. You want to be in control of your business, not like, I have no control over this thing. Okay, so there's so many applications to this. I could teach on this for a full hour. But only a small people use it. I don't know why. I'll tell you, I'm going to make a hunch. It is a mental discipline. And that's at the end of the day, that's all. Number one, you have to see the value. Number two, it's a mental discipline. And for me, I've had tracking in my DNA for a very long time. I hope that y'all adapt it, but that's okay. It's just a resource there if it suits your fancy. Then you can see it, the tracker history, a whole broad brush, right? Isn't that cool? And then you have the ability to also write notes as you're going through our back-end training office and have them archived in our back office. Okay, how's everybody doing? Let me check in on you and see if there's any specific questions. I'm gonna move that over here. No, I can't do that. Okay, did any new ones roll in? Well, do the refresh and I'll come back. All righty, so we are here. Don't mean to make you dizzy with all that stuff, guys. All righty, so let's go back to the dashboard. And you'll see these resources on the left, and they're pretty much mirrored over here as well. So you have your content. Let's jump in there right now. And that's going to be your events, your products, etc. So the course library, you'll note that, again, according to the hybrid model that Coach Kurt, the metaphor with the car, side hustle income creates cash flow, and then the asset building, right? So our courses are designated in that way. These are the 3 cash flow courses, and here are the asset-based courses. This is where you're building assets that you can turn around and sell, right? And so we have Build My E-commerce Store, which is to teach people how to build their own Shopify store, and there's support for that. We have the print on demand profit system for people. We have the Amazon wholesale sourcing workshop, sourcing China home study system, which was done in conjunction with my son, who's a sourcing agent in China. We have the 5-step, how to evaluate products for the Amazon marketplace, phenomenal training created by Dr. Josie Shepard and Brian Cummings, and the Amazon product list and launch mastermind, which is about, so you can see with these, the biggest game changer is this. It's your own website. For the cash flow, the Amazon thing, you're leveraging Amazon. This is playing a different game when you go to the asset-based, but that's a lot of people. I'm one of them. Here, I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. Straight from the horse's mouth. Yes, leverage another system and milk it while you can, meaning Amazon. But I've been in the online space since 2004, 14 years, and I've seen a lot. I've seen an awful lot. And I've learned that when leveraging something, it may be just temporary. That goes for traffic. It goes for literally everything. And it happened in our windshield business. That was our sole business. And a law came out and took us under, right? So I'm really big about backup. So you got your main thing going. Start to build backups. Shore it up. Shore it up. You know, at minimum, shore it up here at this level. Layer in book flipping. It's going to help you make more money. Layer an online shopping front profit system. Get that cash cow going. And man, I would be onto this. Build your own assets, because that's the history of what I've seen to be true in the offline world. And it's really, really, really true in the online world. I say that out of care and concern. Again, if you read my books, you'll know why I feel the way I do on that. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. Alrighty, so we were into the content. Okay, so let's just go back an arrow here. And then the workshops. So boy, oh boy, oh boy, the workshops are so fantastic. And you'll see them if you attended one of them. You'll find the recordings in your back office, okay? And it's just fantastic. Again, everything you see is done to accommodate the learning experience. By the way, you guys love this blue button back there. That's support. If you have any kind of questions relative to your back office or, you know, whatever is happening, you can ask through support. And by the way, I got to shine a spotlight. Speaking of events, this weekend, we're going to have a cruise out on Lake Minnetonka in Minnesota on this Thursday, the 11th. Oh, pardon me, I may be getting, no, I'm looking at the wrong calendar. The 10th, this Friday, the 10th. And then 2 days, we're going to be doing our high level workshop, the e-commerce funnel mastery. Christy, I'll see you there. The e-commerce funnel mastery. And this is the building the asset building business. We've got a new trainer. Her name is Sandy Sandler, who has sold untold millions through QVC for like 6-8 years. Her products are also found in Michael's, the craft store. It's like 3 or 4 different brick and mortar. And she is absolutely crushing it in social media. And so she's going to be training this weekend. The e-commerce funnel mastery. If you're intrigued about this, we'll have one again next early 2019. Okay. Let's get to the Facebook mastermind groups. You're going to find, I have a master account, so I have access to several group pages, but you'll see the links to these group pages relative to the products that you purchased. Okay. We've got some really wonderful testimonials back here. What time is it? Ooh, I want to end this at the bottom of the hour. And so really wonderful. You can watch those and meet the team. And then I'll check out the questions you guys have. So this is a little overview that was just added. It's actually taken from one of these calls. And then you can see we've got a really big team here. I think we have yet to add in Sandy. She'll be added. And we are really growing our faculty and our staff to meet our mission of helping 1,000 people make $10,000 a month. All right, I'm going to go directly to the questions now. And so I guess my screen went dark there in the background. Let me get that fixed. Okay, and now let me get back to my browser. Okay, so let's just see the kind of questions folks have. Yeah, Christy, looking forward to this weekend. Thank you, Rich. Hi, Luz. Welcome, welcome from South Carolina. Okay, we got a lot of people have rolled in. Let me just refresh and make sure I just give you the love with any kind of questions you may have. Okay, so there we go. I'm not getting them all, so it must be my setting. Come on. Oh, people are sharing. That's nice. Thank you, guys. All righty. Oh, there we go. See y'all. Now we're in business. Okay. But now would be the time if you have a really specific question. This little bugger is not working for me. Okay, so let me try to be, I know Lisa will be able to help me. Why do I not get to see all my comments? I only see some. I apologize. There's Brian. That's right. I'm not Mrs. Super Fancy Dancy, am I? I try. Brian, you know I try. We all try, don't we, Brian? So that means I have to resort to my phone. I don't want to miss someone's important question. Brian, maybe you can see them better than I can, and you can let me know if I'm missing an important question. Okay, looks like on my phone they're going to show up. Okay, I don't see a specific question. If you do think of a question afterwards, and I do want to let you guys know, you can speak with an e-commerce business school business advisor. If you were curious about any of these trainings that we have in the back office, you weren't aware of, et cetera, you're intrigued about EMP. Okay, Luz, I want to start buying merchandise. Can I start now? Okay, I don't know which level of the program you're at, but I will let Sharon know to reach out to you. Just to provide a little more clarity, when you say merchandise, that can scope out differently relative to local retail arbitrage. Is one method of sourcing and finding your merchandise, or are you meaning like wholesale? Maybe just a little more distinction on the method or how you want to be buying your merchandise. Okay, and Brian says, nothing I see missing. Okay, cool. And I guess what I can do is stop that share so you guys aren't having to stare at my Facebook page as I'm fielding questions. All right. So I think if you just write in some detail there, Louis, but Sharon will be able to follow up with you. Okay, that's pretty much it. Thanks everyone for being here. Hope you have a blessed day. And I'll see you hopefully in tomorrow's Voice of E-commerce, where we're going to cover StrengthsFinder one more time, going in even deeper. Till then, bye-bye, everybody.